guys, welcome back to DEE Diets. I hope everybody's doing well. Remember when I told you I got this big bag of spinach? Was dehydrated spinach. And you probably thought, what is she gonna do with all of that? And I said to all of you, and I'll link the video above where I was getting this from Amazon. And I said, I'm waiting for my Mylar bags. So I wanna show you what a Mylar bag is. This is a 1 gallon Mylar bag, okay? And I am able to preserve food in this bag, along with oxygen sensors. So let me tell you about Mylar bags and the reason why I use them. Okay, Mylar bags. Why would I use these to preserve my food? Because it's long-term storage. If you're like me, and most of us are, you see something on sale, maybe some pasta, some beans, some rice, and you want to store it for a longer shelf life. I picked up such a great deal the other day. It was 5 pounds of rice, white rice, for I think $4 and change. And I thought that was a really good buy. I didn't pick up one, I picked up 2. So now I had 10 pounds of rice. And I thought, well, you know what? I will long-term storage that. Now, remember when I was telling you I did get those vegetables, the green and the red peppers? Well, here's 1 pound in here, which will be short-term storage because Doug and I do use these. We use them in omelets and in our cooking, and if I make a rice dish or a soup or a stew, I'm able to have them. They're handy, they're dehydrated, and they have a marvelous shelf life. They really, really do. But I bought 5 pounds of them. So I'm gonna grab this over here and show you. I put them in my Mylar bag. And I'll show you how to do it. And it's so simple, it's so easy, anybody can do this. So today I got these in, I was very happy. This is 1 pound of chopped onions, and I'm sure you've all seen them. I picked up 2 pounds of chopped onions. Again, I will put them in these jars because I'm not long-term storaging those, because we're going to use them within the year. So we'll have them, they'll stay fresh, and they'll be fine for a year. But if you want something to last more than a year, you want something to last, maybe have a shelf life of 5 years, 10 years, that's when you're going to need Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. I just put them in a jar. You can get all of these on Amazon. In this jar, I have 100 cc's of oxygen absorbers. But when you get your Mylar bags, and again, you can get them on Amazon, at 100 cost me $27. That's not bad. When you get your Mylar bags, you're also going to get a little booklet in there. And it's going to tell you, and I'm just gonna read some stuff off to you so you know. These are 1 gallon bags. So if I'm gonna store a beans, red beans, pinto, rice, I'm gonna need to put in 300 cc's of oxygen absorbers. What does that mean, Denise? What does it mean to have oxygen absorbers? Well, basically what that means is we're sucking the oxygen out of our food. Now, when you buy flour, when you buy most dry goods, there are bugs in them. You know, people always say there's like little voles, a little moles, a little of this, a little of that in flour. Now, a good way to get around that is to put your flour in the freezer for 3 days. Just take your 5 pound bag of flour and throw it in the freezer. It will kill any bugs or larvae that are in the bag of flour. The FDA allows those little pits of bugs to be in there, just so that you know, most of our food does have that. But if you're gonna put it in a Mylar bag, along with oxygen sensors, well, any little critter has to be able to live. And if you don't have oxygen in anything, it's gonna die. So it'll get rid of bugs, larvae, fungus, all those things that can accumulate in your food that you won't be able to eat. So yesterday I took the rice, the 10 pounds of rice that I got, and what I did is I write on the bag, you can see it'll say 5 cups of rice, the date. So I put in 5 cups of white rice in here. What I do is I use a brown sandwich bag. I put the rice, 5 cups of rice in here, put it inside the bag, threw my oxygen sensors in here, and I think for the rice it was, and they tell you so you know, for the rice it was 300 cc's of oxygen absorbers. I just wanted to make that clear. Now, on that list, it'll also tell you that you can do pasta, which I did yesterday. I did 20 pounds of pasta. Pasta, cereal, instant potatoes, oatmeal, barley, dried corn, and that would be 500 cc's for your oxygen sensors. And it will tell you right there. So there's no guessing of what you're gonna have to put in. It's gonna let you know how many oxygen absorbers you're going to need to keep your food fresh. So when I say long term, this bag of rice, now that, you know, the bugs and everybody else, all the oxygen is getting sucked right out of this, and there's no place for them to go, it is going to last probably, oh gosh, maybe over 10 years. I mean, it'll last a really long time. You can rotate your food, but if you're anything like me and you see something on sale, you grab it. I mean, we're not stupid. We grab the stuff that we need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you one demonstration of what I'm gonna do with the spinach. And then you guys, if you decide to do something like this is the simplest, easiest thing you can do. You're not canning anything, although one day I'll go into dry canning if you're interested in that. But it's a way of preserving your food for a longer shelf life and that the bugs do not get in there. And that's the biggest thing. I went down my basement, I had a box of pasta down there. Forgot all about it. It was there for over 2 years. I opened it up, it looked perfectly fine until I put it in the water and the bugs started to float on the top. So when you do a long-term storage or any kind of storage, this is a nice way to go because you won't get the bugs in there. All right, so let me show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, so I lined up some brown paper bags. I have my spinach right here, and I have a cup measurer. So I'm just gonna dig into the spinach, and I'm going to put them in brown bags. I just find this to be so much easier, and I'm going to fill the bag up with about 5 cups of spinach in each bag. Okay, go. At this point, I'm just, 5 cups of spinach are in here. I'm gonna roll up my bag. Okay, roll up my bag. And I'm going to take, what you need to do is write on your bag. Just write right on your bag. Today is April, and it's 4/23/2020, and write on your bag what's in there. Okay, so we have, and I'm gonna put down 5 cups of spinach on mine, so I know what's in my bag. And then you just put your spinach in your bag. There'll be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but that's good. There we go. Now, only at the end would you put oxygen absorbers. So I'm gonna fill all of this up and then I'm gonna come back, because when you open oxygen absorbers, you wanna get them done and sealed, and I'll show you how to seal it. Really, really simple, and I'll be back. As you can see, I have a sea of spinach in my bag. I put 5 cups of spinach in every single bag, and that gave me 75 cups of spinach. And I put the extra spinach that I had left in the bag in another container for my short term, because again, we do use it when we're making omelets and soups and stews and stuff like that. So this gave me 75 cups of spinach. Now I'm gonna close all these up and we'll get to our next step. That's Buddy. Now, this might seem like overkill to some people, but it's not to me, because when I do wrap it up in the brown paper bag, I'm really getting, again, more moisture, but more oxygen out. And I haven't even stuck them in my Mylar bag, and I haven't even stuck oxygen sensors in there. Oxygen absorbers, Denise. Thank you. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish this, but I wanted to show you that's the reason why I do it, and I do it with everything. Alrighty, so all my bags are filled. Now you have to do this pretty quick. Yeah, don't kill yourself, but I wanna do something. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Did you hear that seal? That was the oxygen. So now I'm gonna take 3 oxygen sensors and I'm gonna stick them in each bag. You have to do this pretty quick. It's nice if you have 2 people doing it together, but Doug is in the shower right now, so I'm just going to put them all in. I mean, don't make yourself crazy, for goodness sakes. But we have to put the oxygen absorbers in. And if you put an extra one, it's not going to hurt anything, so I'm not really too worried about that. And to tell me that my oxygen absorbers are still good, do you see the little pink eye? If that little pink eye turned a different color, then my oxygen absorbers wouldn't be any good anymore and I couldn't use them. And they give you an indicator in there, which makes it really nice. Oh my goodness. There we go. And there we go. Next step. Now, how do you seal these bags? You might be wondering. You can use an iron or you can use a straightener. A straightener, a lot of people have these. And what I like to do is try to get as much, again, oxygen as I can out of the bag. You take your straightener and you go whoop right across the top. And it's going to seal this bag. Now, you can reuse your bags. And, you know, they say you can reuse them, but I try to get as much oxygen as I can out. So I don't want any critters or any creatures, and ain't nothing coming through this bag. I'm telling you right now. It is a food grade bag, and I just want the next thing up just to be able to do it in a brown bag and put it inside and seal it. Make sure it's sealed. It is sealed. It is sealed. It's very quick, really, really quick to do, a lot of fun to do. And, you know, you could, sometimes you turn it over, but I just go right across. Whoop, whoop. That's easy, isn't it? That is so simple. It is hot, you know. You just want to make sure everything is sealed real well. And that's it. And now you have your food preserved for a longer time. Very simple, very easy, lots of fun. You know, being a prepper or being somebody that prepares in case of any kind of emergency there could possibly be, this is a lot of fun. You can have a really good time with this, I promise you. And you'll think of all different ideas and ways to help, you know, your family in times of a crisis or in times of need. And remember something else, you could be a blessing to someone. You could be a blessing. There are those that choose not to do anything like this. And, you know, I always say to myself, at least I could be a blessing to someone. So I appreciate you being here. Remember to be kind to one another, the heart. That's all that matters. I'm going to seal these up and I'm going to store them away. Take it easy, guys. Oh, by the way, you can put these inside a Tupperware container. Line them in there, and put them anywhere you want in a dry, cool place. Bye-bye.